I said before I was going to try this time to find a way to mount a GPS by taking off this plastic cover here and then, setting it aside and boring some holes to come up through to get down into the central handlebar system here for some sort of mount system. But being the observant person I am, I happen to notice that over here on each side, holding up the lower steering head shroud, were a couple tangs, welded tangs with nuts on them. So I got to thinking, well, I wonder what would clear in there if you put a tube across here, something like this, with my GPS mounted on it, and it clears. So basically, I've got a RAM mount. Go to gpscity.com and ask them for their it's the RAM mount. I'll have a title across the bottom with the numbers, but it's a combination of this lower clamp that fits around the tube and then their little holder that fits my 60 CSX map GPS, the little handheld thing. But it should work for any of the newbies or the other GPSs that you may want to stick on there. You just need the different holder, and then this bottom part has a swivel. You go to gpscity.com and they have a bunch of videos there. You can watch how these things go together. So basically I have a tube about 11. I'll post some measurements on the Majesty USA for this, and then probably some little subtitles going by, but it's about 11¼ inches long. I use 3/4 inch EMT conduit, spray painted black. The screws on the ends are in about 1/4 inch from the ends, the centers of them, and then I used 5 by 25 millimeter or 5 millimeter by 25 millimeter stainless steel screws, but they're the Allen wrench socket head. Then they take the same I don't know, was it 3 millimeter socket that we use to take off the left side variator filter clamp. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all back together, and then there's also a couple little spacers here in order to get it to come down, because there's up in here there's a couple little holes, inserts in there that you put these little 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch plastic spacers in to hold them in place. And it also, you need those spacers in there for it to clear the stock cover. So I'm going to go ahead and put that back in. And okay, this is where I'm sitting in the seat at the rider position, and that's where my GPS sets, and it's the right angle, and I can see the speedometer, and I'm quite the happy camper. So if they don't find you handsome.